Welcome to GMAT ToolKit, which is the top-selling GMAT test prep application on the Apple Store. This is the home screen with all the different tools available, and the most important tool is Practice, where you can practice over 1,000 different questions to get ready for the GMAT. So if you wanted to, you could just hit Start and begin answering the 1,131 questions that are currently selected. I want to first show you where these questions are coming from, as well as how you can select the ones you really want. So I'm going to click on Filter, and here in front of us we have a whole list of partners. So these are the best GMAT test prep companies in the industry: Kaplan, Newton, Manhattan GMAT, Princeton Review, and Manhattan Review. In addition to that, we've selected an additional set of hard quantitative questions that you can use, and beyond that, if you feel that's not enough, you can download more questions from the GMAT Club forums. There are a few other ways you can select questions. You can look at the questions you have not yet answered, or answered incorrectly, or the ones that have taken you a long time. Beyond that, there are different types of questions. So we're going to select sentence correction for this example, but there are also reading comprehension, problem solving, and so forth. And then finally, there are different tags assigned to different questions, and you can select questions based on those tags. Now, once you've answered questions, you can import and export your data, and you can add additional sets of questions using this plus sign here. I'm going to deselect the quantitative and the my set of questions to only focus on the partners questions for now, and then we're going to go back out, and now we have about 150 questions that have been selected. So I'm going to hit Start to begin answering the questions. And here I have a sentence correction question, which is indicated by SC up top. It's the third question in this bunch, and it's the third because that's where I left off last time. This shows me how long it's taking me to answer the question, and so I will look at it and I will say, okay, I have no idea. I'm going to click here and scroll down to submit the answer, and it's wrong. I get a big red circle with a W in front, which tells me it's wrong. The last time I answered the same question, I had it right, so this shows me the history of my answers. Also, right away, you see that while you selected the first answer, this one that's highlighted in green is actually the correct one. So you see it right away, and then below that is an explanation. So this is the right answer, and here's why. Also, it shows you the history of your answers, some tags associated with the question, and the source of the question, which is from Kaplan, one of our partners. At the top here, there are some other tools for you to use. There's a percentage of questions that you've answered correctly. It shows you here. You can scroll through questions to the right or left. You can go to any specific question. So if I type in question 10, for example, and hit OK, it goes to question 10. And if I want to just make it random, I can click this die here, and it just takes me to whatever other question is in the bunch. There's a way to bookmark the question here. If you really don't know the answer, or if you're afraid that you want to go back and try this question again later, there's a calculator, which isn't as useful for sentence correction, but when you get to math, it could be kind of nice. And there's a scroll pad that you can write on, take notes while you're doing this, and play around. There's also a way to increase and decrease the size of the text to make it easier for you to read, and we will skip over some of these other ones for now. So as you see, while we're doing this whole thing, the counter keeps going. And that shows you how long it's taking you to answer, but so you know, if it gets to 1.5 minutes, it's going to turn yellow, and past 2 minutes, it's going to turn red, indicating that the game is going to blow up. Actually, no. But it's important for you to know that you don't want to take too long to answer any one question. Now, these highlighted words here are the words that are really kind of key that you don't want to miss when you're reading this question. They're part of the grammatical structure, or perhaps in a math problem, they'll tell you whether it's an integer or not. You don't want to just make silly mistakes. So you can select them and deselect them using this T button here, and that's what that is for. So now we're going to go back out of this question to the prior menu, and this shows you how many questions there are, how many questions you've answered so far in practice, and which ones you've bookmarked. So I'm going to review the questions I've answered so far, and the last one I answered was a sentence correction question. This is a whole set of questions here. So here there's only one, here there's a number of them. There are 3. And I can click on these 3, for example, and it shows me all the 3, and how long it took me to answer each one, what kind of question it was, and whether I got it right or wrong. Furthermore, I can click into any question and read it, look at the right answer, review it, and go back out. I'm going to go back again, and back. So let's take a look at the question I bookmarked. Now, if I select it again, I can actually try to answer it, and oh, this time I got it right. Good for me. And so let's see, what is this? So apparently there's a dictionary in case I don't know how to what a word means. So this connects me to Google Dictionary, and insist means to demand something forcefully, or in French it means exiger or mettre l'accent sur. And so now we go back, and I've covered most of the functions here. If you want to get more questions, you can just click Start here, and it will start to download more questions from GMAT Club's forum. There are about 3,000, but this software will filter out the questions that are, good for. There are high quality questions for you to answer. I'm going to stop it here, and go back to the main menu. So this is the practice tool on the GMAT ToolKit, and thank you very much. Enjoy.